Matt Ryan from Nintendo of Canada, we meet once more.
Here we are.
Alright. Explain a bit about what Nintendo's showing off today here at the Nintendo PR headquarters in Toronto.
Well, what we're showing here are the first-party titles from Nintendo on Wii, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo DSi that are launching between now and the holidays.
Is there anything particular is there anything that you're particular to from this lineup?
Well, as you've seen me in there shooting a lot of arrows in archery, Wii Sports Resort, the archery and the basketball are really standing out for me as favorites. New Super Mario Brothers for Wii is incredible. You know, playing that with 4 people at the same time is a great experience and totally changes the dynamic of the new Super Mario Brothers franchise that we're used to on Nintendo DS and all the way back to NES. So all that stuff's a lot of fun on Nintendo DS and Nintendo DSi. I've been a Zelda fan ever since I was a little kid, so Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks is totally standing out for me.
Perfect. Uh, and since we were already talking about Wii Sports Resort, it goes without saying that there's this new accessory, the Wii MotionPlus, that's going to be coming with it. Or first, I'll actually make sure that it actually is. It is packaged with the Wii MotionPlus, correct?
Yeah, so Wii Sports Resort will be sold with one Wii MotionPlus accessory inside the package. So right out of the box, you can start playing, and then we will sell Wii MotionPlus accessories at retail on their own.
So the price when Wii Sports Resort launches on July 26th, U.S. and Canadian would be.
The price in Canada is $59.95. I mean, retailers are always free to set their own prices, but that's what we're looking at. And to give you a sense of the value of that software with the Wii Motion Plus, we will sell Wii Motion Plus accessories on their own for $24.95.
As far as the Motion Plus itself goes, do you think that it will be picked up by gamers immediately, or is there going to be a bit of a slower adoption than the Wii itself was?
That is a difficult question to answer. I mean, it's always impossible to predict demand for our products. I mean, we are reaching out to virtually everyone, and from a gaming community, since Wii Motion Plus is really the answer to what a lot of gamers have been waiting for, which is more precision and more intensity with the Wii remote. I think that we're going to see some great results at launch. I mean, Wii Sports Resort has it packed in, but we've got some third-party titles that are already out that use Wii Motion Plus. So yeah, hard to tell, but I think that the pickup and the momentum that Wii Motion Plus is going to get is going to be phenomenal, especially as we see more third-party titles and first-party titles that use it come out.
Some people have been calling it the expansion pack for the Wii. Do you see it becoming that, or is Nintendo going to be pushing harder and harder to make sure that it gets utilized and not sort of forgotten about?
Are you talking about Wii Motion Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the idea of launching Wii Motion Plus now is because, now is the time that Nintendo felt was the right time to enhance the experience even more, and that is our movement and direction into innovation with our technology. So, no, all it is a different way to play, and it offers more experiences for consumers to have. The other thing that's important to note with Wii Motion Plus is that it's not going to become the standard. There will still be some games that do not require Wii Motion Plus, and it's up to Nintendo and other developers to make games that use it or don't, but some of them don't need it.
That's basically why I was asking, because if developers want to make it, then they have to want to do it.
Yeah. A good example is Punch-Out. I mean, we had the option of launching Punch-Out with Wii Motion Plus if we wanted to, but because Punch-Out is a puzzle game that's focused on the timing of hitting buttons and moving your characters, it's not about the precision of your movements. Wii Motion Plus isn't necessary for a game like that. However, when you play Wii Sports Resort on swordplay or the frisbee or archery or basketball, it's necessary to make that experience feel as real as possible to have Wii Motion Plus in your hand.
Just from your own head, what kind of things would you see becoming possible with the Wii Motion Plus accessory?
Anything's going to be possible that needs a peripheral that is able to measure exactly where your hand is in space and time. So you got to think about games that involve throwing or shooting or aiming anything at a target for that matter that involves you releasing something, some sort of projectile
Or object.
whether that is an arrow or a rock or a snowball. um, Using Wii Motion Plus is definitely going to be intensified and feel more real in experiences like that. On top of that, anything that requires a sword or a staff, for that matter, would definitely be enhanced by having Wii Motion Plus. Beyond that, if you look at various things like Wii Sports Resort that has the skydiving, which is just, the kickoff to the game where you hop out of a plane and the Wii remote becomes your skydiver in every movement you make. Any game that requires flying or more precise control of anything going through the air is going to benefit from Wii Motion Plus. But I mean, the possibilities are always going to be endless with what developers are going to be able to come up with.
Do you think that there have been some more disappointed gamers out there because it took so long for this kind of thing to make it to Wii, especially because many people were expecting it to be sort of right out of the box?
I don't think that gamers would forget about the things that have been great on Wii so far. We launched on launch day with Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which we know has been received quite well and continues to be received quite well out there by the core. Admittedly, a lot of them have already played it and played through it. Hopefully, they're playing it again. But that Super Mario Galaxy and all the other great experiences you can have on Wii, like Mario Kart Wii, didn't use Wii Motion Plus, and we made tons of gamers and Mario fans and the people that we consider loyal to our brand quite happy. There's more to come. There's way more to come, and now we felt was the right time, and if that's what people were waiting for, well, now it's here.
Will there be games that are both compatible with or without the Motion Plus accessory?
Yeah, the reality is I mean, it's up to developers to build the software or experience using Wii Motion Plus or not. So yes, there will be titles available that require it, like Wii Sports Resort. It's the only way to play it is with Wii Motion Plus.
And same as Red Steel 2.
So besides that, there will be games that you don't require it for, that you can make the choice.
I mean, like, will it have the option? Will some games have the option to use or not use, and have added or fewer functionality?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tell
I
me.
just can't talk on behalf of the third-party stuff,
Right.
because from a first party, the only game that we have announced and will be launching soon is Wii Sports Resort, which makes it necessary. But yeah, for sure that's going to happen.
As far as Wii Fit Plus goes, will that function with the Wii Motion Plus accessory or not?
There's no Wii Motion Plus use with Wii Fit Plus.
Okay. Simple question.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, actually. I think we've covered pretty much all the questions I've got.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.